club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the gram, show the whole world. Yeah. Is that your bestie?
Okay, my people, what's up? Twitch, my Twitch community and my YouTube community. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? We still on the road to making some moolah. Nah, I'm just playing. We still on the road to us hitting a certain number of followers. So please keep that in mind when we are watching this video. I am trying to grow, support your guys, it's free to just subscribe. It's free to just try to watch, I can't force somebody to watch my videos. And I only can get better as I go and keep learning. And I have to keep reminding myself of that. But we are not here for that. Today, we are here to talk about investment strategies. Let me know how y'all rocking with the red glow. Y'all know red is my theme color, my favorite color. You might not like it. I might need to get some extra lighting up in here. Who knows? But this is what we got for today. I have my notes, as always. I need my notes to keep me on task and not ramble. So please bear with me. I will look down at my notes so that way I'm not going, I'm just not going off the hinges. I want to make sure I keep this structured as possible. This is a class, but I want to just be level with y'all and transparent with y'all this whole time and show y'all the raw cut. This is my easy content. This is the content I feel most comfortable making. So, yeah, I just want to showcase that. Without further ado, let's get into it. Investment strategies. Okay, when people hear the word investments, what do they think of? They think of stocks. That's the biggest thing people think of, stocks. But I'm here to tell you that it's not the only type of investment that you can do. I don't know if it's better if I look at y'all or if I look at the screen. I don't know. So for now, I'm just going to go back and forth from that. All right, let me go back to what I was talking about. But people can invest in business. They can invest in real estate. You can invest in, cryptocurrency. I guess you could consider that with the stocks and stuff. But it's a lot of different things that you can invest in. Okay, so once we start going over these different things, and yes, I'm going to do another video, and I'm sorry that I'm not putting everything in one. I am on the path of growth, so I have to spread this out as much as possible and detail things down. So I will talk about different ones individually because each investment strategy on its own is very, 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 very diverse. Like it has so much into it that you have to really dissect. Okay, so I will make a separate video on each one. But for now, let's just go over the gist of it so you can know what's out there and probably do your own research. Now, lately, I have been learning the differences between the different strategies, the different investment types. And I've been narrowing down the ones that work best for me. What may work for me may not work for you. Okay? There's different ways you have to invest in each type of investment. Okay? Like you can be a long-term investor. You can be one of the ones that's quick, like the day traders and stuff like that want to get that fast money back, high risk, high reward. Okay? So you got to think about these things. Now, I don't think that people really understand the true importance of investments. And if they do, I just want to reiterate this to you. Sorry, I got a message. Okay. I do want to reiterate this to you. I just want to let you all know that investing is what is going to keep you afloat through time. Now, we all know about retirement. We talked about this in our wealth video, but we all know about how retirement works. There's a certain age that they expect us to retire at. Now, with retirement, you don't just magically have money. Yes, Social Security, but that can't be the end all be all. You need your 401ks. You need something to keep you afloat. Now, what I suggest you do, what I suggest people do is And matter of fact, I will do this in another video too. Actually, I will. But we're gonna end up doing the math of what inflation looks like throughout the year, the average inflation amount percentage. Okay? And we're gonna take our age. I'm 26 right now. We're gonna take our age, okay? And we're gonna take the retirement age. We're gonna subtract the retirement age from, no, we're gonna subtract our age from the retirement age. Whatever that number is for you, we're gonna do the math to see how much we should have in savings to be straight during that time. Okay, so in 2065, I will be 65 years old. I don't know what the world's gonna look like. I don't know how much the dollar's gonna be worth. You know they getting rid of change ain't worth a dang thing now. So by then, shoot, I don't know. It might not be. So that's what we're gonna do, and we actually figure out what this looks like for you. Okay, and again, these is always approximate numbers, but we use data, we use factual data to estimate these numbers to be as close as to success as possible. That's what we have to do. And it just takes the time to do the research. Really, that's all it is. That's all it is. But I'm going to show y'all how to do that math. I'll actually want to go over a formula with you all when we do this to help you guys out. Now, also, remember though, with investing, you got to think it's so many unexpected, like, yeah, we talk about saving. You got to save your money. You got to budget. You got to do all this. But unexpected things happen. When you have investments, like an emergency fund, which is an investment, you are set for those hard times for the most part. Okay? Like I can't help if a natural disaster come and take out everything, God willing, and don't, and we gotta spend $40s of $1,000. If you ain't got that, I'm not mad at you. But I want you to have $1,000. I want you to have $1,000. I want you to have 3 to 6 months of your savings, your bills saved up. I want you to be ready for that to happen. Okay, I want that for everybody. Too much of the world is in debt right now. Too much of the world ain't ready to retire right now. Okay, and it ain't just about being black. It ain't about being white. It's about just being a human being and doing what you got to do to survive out here. I want you to all be smart. We all deserve wealth. We all deserve to be happy. Okay, now before I even keep going, I want y'all to know you have to give your 10% to God. However you think that is, I'm not going to tell you how, but give your 10%. Okay, I promise you will reap what you sow. You will reap what you sow. So if you do want to win in life, please do what you're supposed to do and live according to his word and his will as much as you can. God only knows your heart. I'm not here to judge you because I am not perfect at all. Now, let's keep going. Let's talk about one type of investment, the one we all know about, the stock market investing. Stock market investing. That's where most people start off. That's everybody's first strategy. You go to these brokers and get on Robinhood, Webull, all these different type of broker accounts, and you just start putting money into these different stocks. What is a stock though? What is a stock? A stock is just a piece of a company, right? You're buying shares of a company. That's basically what it is. You're buying shares. Sorry, my screen is something's going on with my screen here. Let's see. Okay. You're buying shares of a company at a certain amount. You're basically investing into a company so that company can continue to grow. And as that company grows, your money grows with it. That's the simplest way I could put it. But on the other hand of that, if that company is failing, your money fails too. So you got to think about that too. If the company wins, you win. If the company lose, you lose. Okay? Think about that. That's what stock market investing is. Again, like I said, I'm going to go through a whole complete dive into these things. I am, but I want to keep these videos at a minimum. Hold on. Yeah, I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos at a minimum. I want to keep these videos You know, because people's attention spans ain't that long, and I feel like if I go on a 2-hour rant, because it's gonna take a long time to go through every single one and break this stuff down. Y'all gonna lose interest. So 30 minutes for me is a lot better than 2 hours, but I can get through 30 minutes of stock market investing in one video. Now, are you a day trader or are you a long-term investor? You have to figure that out about yourself. Day trading is when you just want fast returns on your money. It takes a lot more money though to get more money with day trading. With long-term investing for your future, it takes a lot less money. Yes, you want to add some more money. You want to add enough in there to get a good, but with long-term investment, it's a lot safer, should I say. It's a lot safer. Now, another investment strategy is real estate. Real estate investing. Okay, so, people have different types of real estate investing ideas. Like for me, I own my home. This is an investment for me. Do I plan on ever really selling it? I don't think so. Unless I get like a really crazy price. This investment is more so for generational wealth, right? When I bought this home, I have a son, so I want this home to go to him. This is something that is going to cover him. By the time my son is my age, when my house was built, it was worth $12,000. No, I'm sorry. I'm lying. When my house was built, it was worth $60,000. The next time it was sold for $118,000. And when I bought it for $230,000. Okay? Now, it is 2026. I bought my house 3 years ago. My house has already went up in value over $20,000. That might not sound like a lot, but it is. Now, when I say this, I want y'all to think about something. When you're thinking about buying real estate, you got to look at your life, okay? And you got to ask yourself, what am I comfortable losing, and what do I really want to gain? Because when you buy a house, yes, it is an investment, but it comes with a lot of expenses, okay? It does. Regardless of you just renting it out, regardless of if you just living in it. It comes with a lot of expenses, okay? So I want y'all to think about these things. And again, like I said, I will make a separate video just on real estate investing, okay? But other types, you got Airbnbs. You can Airbnb a property. You can rent your property out. You could do house hacking. Again, I'm going to make a separate video, but just to give you a whole gist of that, house hacking is when you buy a duplex or a quadruplex or apartment, whatever you call it, whatever you want to call it. You stay in one portion, and the other three are getting rented out to cover the whole mortgage, okay? To cover your rent and everything else, and it's covering the whole mortgage. That's the whole idea of house hacking. You can do it with a house and rent out a room. Have that person paying for your whole mortgage. That's crazy. I'm not paying $1,800 for a room. Not happening, but people do it all the time. Now, a lot of wealthy people have real estate. I want y'all to understand that. This is a big one. Outside of stocks, wealthy people have real estate. This is a proven fact. A lot of wealthy people have real estate. A lot of people decide that, instead of me going to buy that new AP watch that, it might make some returns, let me go buy a crib. Because a crib, it has multiple benefits to it. You have somewhere to lay your head. And then if you buy it straight out or if you pay it off, you're not paying no money. And if you are a veteran, specific types of veterans, you don't pay property tax on your stuff. So you really got it. Like, it's yours. So think about that. Now, my favorite type of investment is an investment in your skills. Again, I told you I'm going to school for photography, right? You got to invest in your education, your trades. Is college for everybody? No, it's not. It's not. I went to barber school. I was in college. I didn't went to college and dropped out of college how many times? I don't know. I was going for business. I went from law, criminal justice. I went for logistics. I did all, the whole night social work, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't, because it's like for logistics. I love logistics, but all this stuff I can learn on my own. I don't need a license to perform it. I've been doing this for years. My resume shows it. Okay? So I didn't feel the need to spend money, even though I was getting through the military, but I didn't feel the need to spend my time on that anymore when I could be putting my time somewhere else. So I went to barber school instead. And I got my barber certificate. I did that. Now I'm in photography school. Something I really love to do. Something I know how to do it, but I would rather learn from a professionals. I'd rather learn from real professionals and go to school for. I knew that this is going to get me somewhere else. And it's going to give me better connections. This is how you invest in yourself. Invest in yourself. Not just money, but time, energy, emotions. That means you got to put other things aside, put other people aside. You have to be able to do that, because if you're not, you never get to where you need to go. Now, let's talk about one more investment strat, and that's business investing. Invest in a business, and I'm not talking about like with stocks. I'm talking about really invest in a business. If you have $20,000, okay, and you know somebody that is starting a business, something that you just really can't do, and you hear that business idea and it sounds good, some people would pay for them to start their business and get a percent of returns of that business. That's some money right there. If you do the right ones. Now, if you work with the right ones, it's sort of how stocks work, but this one is you're more hands-on with the business itself. And you can own a bigger portion outright when you do it this way. Or, on the other hand of that, you can start your own business. Investing in your own business. It takes $25 on Etsy to sell products. That's a business. It is free financially to start YouTube. That's a business. It is free financially to start Twitch. That's a business. It's free to post on Instagram. That's a business. You just invest your time. Okay? Yeah, that's it. You just invest your time. And I want y'all to think about these when you're doing all of this. And you have to grow. And you can't when you're doing this, stop looking at the current moment. Like I said in my last one, right now, I don't have anybody watching this. Well, at least I wouldn't know. And if I did, I wouldn't care. You know why? Because at the end of the day, this is my goal. People that needs to hear it is going to hear it. And there's so many other videos out there. My ultimate goal is to make sure that anybody I can touch can hear this and find some type of inspiration and discipline themselves into becoming a better version of themselves. Okay? That is the goal. That is the goal here. Now, I want y'all to understand something before I close this segment out. The difference between investing and flexing. Investing is when you have assets, things that are going to return value for you, that is not going to depreciate over time. Flexing, when you buy that new car because other people is going to like it, or because you may like it. If you can't afford it and you bought it, it's a flex. I'm telling you this right now. I don't care what you say. Oh, I did it because I needed to get here. You could have bought a coupe. Not a coupe, a hoopty. You could have bought a hoopty. And then you've been cool. You would have got to A and B. Now listen, no. Listen. Listen. I know it's easier said than done. I know it's hard. Because, even sometimes you got to take out a loan for $5,000. Sometimes you got to do it. But I would rather you not do that. I'd rather you do your best. If you got to move back in with your parents, move back in your parents. Okay? It's okay. I'm going to tell you this right now. If my son ever grew up, he is going to grow up. But if he needed to stay with me, I'm going to let him do that. Why? Because this world is hard. I'm teaching him. So I'm hoping that he knows and understands, but we all make mistakes. We all got to go through that cycle. We all do. Some people learn from others, and I hope he learns from me. I hope he does. And I hope he grows and he becomes a very successful person. The whole reason why I want to be financially stable and I preach this stuff is because that is a big stressor. right? It takes your mind off of a lot of other important things. Like, number one, God. Like, I don't want to have that distraction. So I'm just going to do the bare minimum to keep myself afloat and financially free. That way I can focus on the real support thing right now. And honestly, like I said, you give back, I promise you're going to reap what you sow. Now, personally, right now, I'm still learning. I'm still growing. All these strategies, I don't even use. I've dibbled and dabbled in most of them, but I'm still learning them. I'm still learning them. And as I learn them, I'm preaching them. And I want to take y'all on my growth journey because I have the time now. I can actually really sit down. Me, I'm one of those people like, I can't focus on something if I don't have the time for it, so I'm not even going to touch it. Now I can touch these things. Now I can do what I need to do, and I can have the time to really educate and teach myself and educate and teach other people and show y'all the growth over time. I can show y'all the falls, the wins, the losses over time. And that's what I want to show y'all. Now, out of all of the investment strategies, I think for myself, me personally, investing in a skill is number one. At number two, I got real estate. But investing in a skill is number one, because a skill will open up so many doors for you. And those doors that are opening involve these other investment strategies. Invest in a skill. And invest in a skill that will replace your 9 to 5. Because when you're happy doing what you're doing, everything else is easier. Be happy doing what you're doing. Invest in that skill. Learn a craft. Teach that craft. And keep moving. All right. Now, before I end this off, that's all I got for y'all. Before I end this off, I just want to say I appreciate y'all watching. And with when it comes down to social media and when we talking about finances and stuff, everybody has their own opinions. But this is what I want y'all to get out of my channel. This is the difference from my channel. I feel like I'm me, and I'm being personable with y'all. I'm being straightforward with y'all. And then as we go, y'all going to see that I'm not just capping, okay? I try these things. I'm not going to just shoot something out there that I don't try, even if I fail. And if I do fail, I'm going to educate myself on why. Because I am the type to do research. I am the type to really try and learn something. So if I fail, it's because, I don't know. But I'm going to teach y'all as I go. Now, in saying that, we are on the road to 1K on all platforms, specifically on YouTube. We want to get monetized on YouTube. That is the goal. At 100 subscribers on YouTube, I will be giving out a prize. I will be doing a giveaway to my first 100 subscribers. I'm not telling y'all what it is yet, but it's going to be something good. I promise you that. I can promise you that. I appreciate y'all. I'm about to end stream real quick. Stream, thank y'all. I got to talk to my YouTube community. YouTube, now that stream is gone, I want to let y'all know that I really appreciate all the love and support I've been getting on that side of things. Okay, I'm not going to ask y'all to come over and support my Twitch. I want y'all to stay exactly where y'all at right now. I want to grow this platform the most, but I do want to let y'all know that since I started posting back on YouTube, I have felt so much love and support. I might not be at the views that I want. I might not be at the subscribers that I want, but I feel the love from the people that are here, and I support, and I appreciate the support from you guys specifically, and I will not forget y'all on my way up, because I will be going up. Now, without further ado, I'm out.